What's up, everybody? Welcome back to week 2 of the Tailgate, brought to you by Fired Up Sports Network. The prodigal son has returned, Mr. Billy Punch, as well as the member of the Two-On. What the hell is that? What is that?
Member of Two-On. Expect us.
Jeff Scarola. Ladies and gentlemen. It's
466.
We'll get into that a little bit later on. Week 1 has come and gone. A lot of storylines, a lot of things. We're going to get into our top 10 moments, top 10 plays of last week so that we can get into week 2 of NFL football. So without further ado, the top 10. So Kadarius Toney drops 3 big passes, including one on the final drive, leading the Super Bowl champs to lose 21-20 to the Detroit Lions.
Look catch that one.
It's bad.
Yeah, well, you don't need a punter when you have Josh Allen just throw bombs down and pin the other team deep in their own territory. It's very smart on his end. But Whitehead with 3 interceptions, that's a lot.
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk, 1 of 2 touchdowns for the day. Goes off for 8 receptions, 129 yards, and 2 TDs. McCaffrey shredding the Pittsburgh defense as always. 152 on the ground and a TD. This offense looked incredible, and it's the Purdy party.
This is embarrassing. This had everything: block kicks, pick sixes, sacks, fumble recovery, everything. Dallas went into New York, just fucked them raw. There you go, pick 6 right here. Very embarrassing, and this isn't good, man. And Dallas can do it to the other New York team today, but we're going to see how good this defense really is. The Micah Parsons,
crazy
beast. This is, they had nothing. Hey, Daniel Jones and Barkley, that was very, very bad.
Calvin Ridley is back in the NFL this year. He is betting on himself. He went off for 101 yards and a touchdown. Jags beat the Colts.
All right. The Undertaker, there he is, throws the flag. He's going to make a full recovery.
Oh, my God. Garrett Wilson in probably the most emotional game of the weekend. Acrobatic catch. Jets go on to win the game 22-16, but they lose in the long term.
Here's the Jets' new quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. This is his highlight reel right now for game 1. I will say September 11th coming out with the flag. That was that kind of got me going, but that was about as much highlight as he got.
Yeah. As mentioned before, Tyreek is him. The Cheetah goes off, absolutely torches the secondary of the Chargers en route to an insane day. 11 receptions, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, and this is probably one of the most impressive passes I've ever seen on the run. This was very, very skillful as well.
Best offense, best wide receiver in football. Number 1, football is all the way back. Sundays for football, baby. Send the ladies out. Let them do apple picking. Do all that bullshit.
Yeah. What are you doing today?
Football's for the boys.
He's playing Uber.
What are you doing today, Jeff? Did you send the ladies out?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Sure you did. Yep.
I gotta leave it. I gotta leave around noon today. Got something to take care of.
That's our way of saying, hey, listen, we gotta cut the show short.
I'm not apple picking, so it's not like we're doing. I'm doing a man thing.
Yeah, listen. I guess your statement holds true. Of course, it's whatever. All right, so we're gonna get into week 2 of the NFL season. A lot of great games, a lot of everything. We're gonna break down game by game. For those of you that haven't joined us before, we are your pre-show. Okay, we're going to update you as much as we can on any injuries, as well as give you our picks, our parlay of the week, which we 2 for 4 last week, right? We won't say who didn't hit, but whatever.
I hit mine.
Yeah, and then as always, end of the show, I'm going to put the guys on feet to the fire, make their bold prediction of the day. But guys, let's head to Atlanta. 2 teams that were rather impressive last week. The Green Bay Packers and the Jordan Love era traveled down to A-Town to take on the Falcons and that run game. What do you got?
I mean, it's simple. You go out there and it's two young quarterbacks. And it's a tale of two young quarterbacks because Jordan Love went out there and starred. Atlanta is trying to hide Desmond Ritter, and it's not going to work in the long term. It's going to work here and there. It worked last week. Hell, it might work today. It's not going to work. You have to let this kid go out there, and you're going to have teams. Hopefully, Green Bay, their front seven's good enough to do it today. Stuff the box, make Desmond Ritter beat you, and I don't know if he can.
Herbert. Yeah, the Falcons suck. That's in my notes. I have Falcons suck. Desmond Ritter sucks. It's making Kyle Pitts look like shit. But Bijan Robinson's very good, so they have that going for them. But that's about it.
That was really intense analysis.
It was a week worth of looking into that. But the Packers, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Jordan Love's good. We're gonna find out a little bit more today. He did pretty good last week in Chicago. And the Packers might be good. The defense is good, but Jordan Love might be good. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. No Christian Watson, it looks like, again today. And I guess we're monitoring Aaron Jones with that hamstring.
Yeah, he'll play.
Yeah. We're going to go to a game, Billy, you and I, that next week we probably won't cover because it's two useless teams, and I happen to be a fan of one of them. Indianapolis Colts head to Houston in a game of who's going to tank harder so they get a higher pick in the draft. There's really not – I mean, listen, the Colts were competitive last week against a much better Jacksonville Jaguars. Anthony Richardson showed me something. We're going to see how he bounces back after getting knocked into next week at the end of that game.
He's got to learn how to slide.
Yeah, he's got to learn. And that's – I don't know if anyone noticed, but that's
Trevor Lawrence said that to him.
Trevor Lawrence. No, I was just told that no Aaron Jones in that Green Bay game. Both out. Yeah, both out. No Aaron Jones. No bueno. But yeah, Trevor Lawrence at the end of the game was like, "Listen, you got to learn how to slide because the hits, you feel them. This isn't college anymore, kid. Like you just, you got to learn how to slide."
Grown men hitting you now. You got grown men.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. To me, they need to lock Anthony Richardson in a room this week, and I hope they did it and made him watch game tape of Josh Allen and go, look, this is what's going to happen to you if you don't slide. You're going to get the shit knocked out of you and hope you're here next week because that's what Josh Allen does every week on the field. But Richardson impressed me nonetheless. I did not expect him to go out there and be as good as he was as quickly as it was. I saw development in him. I saw the potential, but I thought he needed the time, and he impressed me. And you're right. Is it two bad teams? Yeah. I think the Colts are the better of those two teams, though, and I think we see that today.
Yeah, well, I mean, that you would think you were the Colts fan for a second. I've been saying it all year. I had no faith in Richardson. I didn't want the pick. He did show me flashes of that.
I told you he's going to be
potential. He looked good. I'm not going to sit there. But Billy, you mentioned Josh Allen, and that's going to take us, Jeff, you and I, up to Buffalo, where the reeling Buffalo Bills host the Las Vegas Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo did not look terrible.
No, and he came back in after getting hurt. I didn't think he was going to, and I feel like he wants to play now.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, if Myers is 100% going to be out because he looked dead on the field last week. Like his eyes were in the back of his head after that hit. Like there was no that was ruthless.
Yeah, no, it's a comeback game for Buffalo, especially after losing to Zach Wilson, which is more embarrassing than anything. But the defense is really good. But this is definitely a get right game for Buffalo, for Josh Allen. They got to win. They got to win big too. They can win very, very big against a team like Las Vegas.
Absolutely. Real quick, guys, for those commenting on Facebook, just do me a favor if you can, because otherwise it's going to come up saying just Facebook user. If you can, just add StreamYard as one of the apps on your Facebook. It's a quick click, so at least we can communicate. We know who's commenting and whatnot when we get into the show. I mean, like I said, I think Buffalo. This is a game that it's a get right game for Buffalo. I think it's a get right game, and they have to. I think they need to come out and they need to come out firing. by all means. They have to come out firing, and Josh Allen has to protect the ball. Four turnovers, no bueno. And in his short tenure as a career, following a game where he has 4 turnovers or more, he is 5-1-1 against the spread. A little tidbit for you, not gambling advice, obviously.
It's a little nerd nugget. I like it.
A little nerd nugget. Yes. You got to go with it. Speaking of someone who was reeling, you have 2 of them in Joe Burrow and T. Higgins in what looked like a really bad Cincinnati offense. Guys, we're heading down to Cincinnati. Baltimore takes the traveling road show in there. The Ravens and the Bengals. Where are we at?
I mean, it's a typical start of the year for the Baltimore Ravens. Week 1, lose a running back. They do it every year. J.K. Dobbins done again.
That sucks too.
It sucks. I mean, all the potential in the world. The guy just can't stay on the goddamn field. But to me, I think it's going to be all Joe Burrow today. I mean, he's going to bounce back. Look at him. He went out there. He got a haircut. I mean, come on. And the greatest answer in the world. Why? What would you do this for? You saw how I played last week? I had to change something. I think Cincinnati will bounce back. I think it's going to be a good game. But I just see Cincinnati, to me, soup to nuts, is the better team.
Yeah. I can. This is like a big letdown game for Baltimore because it's a game that they should win. The last 6 meetings, the Ravens are 5-1 against Cincy. It has letdown game written all over it. But Burrow, he even last year starts off slow, and then they just week 4, week 5, they hit something and they just go. He didn't use T. Higgins. He's going to use him today. It's division games, man. Division rival games are good, and it's going to be close. But yeah, no, it's all about Lamar, man. Lamar's got he didn't really do that great last. He's got weapons now, and he's not using them. So
and the biggest thing,
Zay Flowers look good.
That's about it, though.
He's got the weapons. He's got to use them. But the biggest thing too, Jeff, is he's going to use T. Higgins. What does that do? That's going to open up big plays for Jamar Chase. So that's definitely something to watch.
It'll also help Mixon. If you drop the safeties back because they're afraid of the throw, it gives Mixon a little room to move around. It's definitely a game that Cincinnati should win. I don't know.
I hope so, guys, because my big league, my computer froze and it auto drafted Joe Burrow first, so I need him to have a good.
It's not bad. He's gonna be fine. He always starts off slow every year. You look at it; he starts off slow every year. Last year, I think it was Pittsburgh, and he threw like 4 interceptions against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh sucked, and he just wound up doing his thing. They go to the playoffs. They make the deep run. They do it all the time, man. He's gonna be fine.
I mean, if you really look at it, with all the quarterbacks that played poorly last week, to me, Joe Burrow is the least of my concern. I got to be honest with you.
It's week 1, man. Week 1's very sloppy every year. Every year, week 1's always sloppy.
100%.
And the weather did him no favors. Remember that too.
And he didn't play any preseason games, right?
No, he was injured. He didn't practice much. He didn't. Yeah. That's a big thing too. People don't realize.
Yeah, but another quarterback that struggled mightily last year, or some would say came back down to earth, was Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. They travel to the most bandwagoned, hitched team in the NFL right now, the Detroit Lions, the 1-0 division leading Lions.
They're real.
Listen, I mean, Dan Campbell, like, he's biting kneecaps, he's kicking shins in. I hope he puts Jamar Gibbs in a better position to get, he doesn't do what he did week 1 with Montgomery, because I drafted Gibbs pretty high. But I mean, listen, the Lions defense it really wasn't tested. Because Tony dropped a lot of passes, as we saw in the countdown. They didn't really get tested. They didn't get put on their heels as much because, the offense was doing it for them. I expect Geno to have a little bit of a better day today with Lockett, Metcalf, and then I'm going to butcher this kid's name. Is it
Jackson Smith-Njigba?
Njigba. There it is. All right. We're going to go with that. But yeah, I mean,
practice all week.
That's it. Billy is our Wikipedia here. But yeah, I think this is more of, you spoke about earlier about a trap game or a letdown game. I think that's exactly what this is for the Detroit Lions. I like Seattle going on the road, and the one little tidbit before I drop it to you, Billy. Tidbit. That's the word I was looking for. Leave me alone. I'm watching Miss Rachel in the background over here. I'm on daddy daycare right now.
Yeah.
The Detroit Lions, their new offensive coordinator, his game plan every week is not going to allow the Detroit Lions to blow anybody out. So anytime the Detroit Lions are giving up more than 3, take the points. Take the points on the other side. His game plan doesn't bode well for blowout wins.
I like Detroit, man, this year. I like Detroit a lot.
So I like Detroit too. And the one thing that Joe alluded to earlier about the Detroit defense, the one thing we did see, and the one thing we're going to see all year, Aiden Hutchinson is a beast. And this is going to be a guy you're going to be talking about all year. And if you're not, you shouldn't be watching this show or any other show because you don't know football if you don't know this kid and know how good he is. I mean, he, to me, is going to be the best defensive player on that field today. And I think we're seeing from Seattle what we saw last week is what we all thought we were going to see last year. I think they played well above their level last year. And Joe said it perfect. They came back to earth. And I think they're going to stay on earth a lot longer than people. I don't think they're that good. And I see Detroit on the rise.
I like Detroit a lot, man.
Listen, I get it. I like them as a team. I just, for me, it's, whatever. I'd love to know who made that comment. That's what
Angela.
I want to know.
I used to Angela everybody. It's usually him.
So Angelo's just the answer to everything? Is that what it is?
For me, it is, yeah. He worked last week, and I was right. So, yeah.
Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I'm checking right now. Nope. It was Frankie.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Mr. Mush himself.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
The pot and the kettle. Welcome to Sunday mornings.
Yeah. Frankie will be crying in about like another week when his Mariners are.
Mr. UCL right there. Mr. UCL.
As long as we don't put a pitch clock on the quarterback, we're fine.
Yeah. Mr. UCL.
Bad take of the year. Yeah, I'm wearing another Colts.
Hey, look who decided to join us this morning.
Yeah, at least I'm here, right? Bowling instead of us. The nerve.
He's gonna make one appearance this year. I can guarantee it. He's gonna make one.
He better. Otherwise, we're gonna change his. We're gonna change his jersey name. Anyway, let's go to two teams that performed well last week. But one is now hamstrung with injuries. The Los Angeles Chargers travel down to good old Nashville to take on the Tennessee Titans.
Well, the Chargers always have an issue with injuries for some reason. Every year is somebody that goes down. Every single year.
Crazy. It's like
it's normally Michael Williams.
You feel bad because it's a team that you want to see, do well. Like you just now Eckler's out, so kudos to anyone that picked up Josh Kelly on the waiver wire this week. Listen, that was honestly, Jeff, I know you're a Dolphins fan. That was probably one of the most fun games to watch in a very long time last week. And that was a game that even the most casual of football fans could get into.
No, it was awesome, man. It was a shootout. It was just two dudes
slinging,
rolling the skin.
Yeah,
it was awesome. I had a lot of fun watching that, and everyone knew everyone said take the over. Like it was like instant. Everyone take the over with that game.
That was literally like one of those games they say where whoever has the ball last wins.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying the entire time. I said whoever has the ball last is going to win this game.
Yeah, exactly. It was definitely sick. Well,
the Chargers had the ball last, but
they didn't win. You know what I meant.
Just showed up at the right time.
Well, he decided to throw this in there quick.
To throw this in there quick, you want to see more of that from Herbert. You need it. He's got to take control of games this year the way other quarterbacks do, and they don't let him do that. Yep.
But without Eckler, he's gonna have to toss the ball.
He
around
should have
today.
been doing it for years, in my opinion. They should have had the confidence in him to let him go out there and throw the ball and put the team on his back.
Well, he's gonna be able to toss the ball all over the place against Tennessee. Tennessee sucks. I mean, thought they were gonna be good. They're just not good at all, man. Like it's just more their offense than anything. But Herbert's gonna toss that ball around.
But hopefully, the change to Kellen Moore allows it.
Yeah. So listen, I think a couple things. You mentioned, Tennessee, not impressive. 15 points against the Saints. I honestly, it's looking more and more like DeAndre Hopkins has already quit on this team because, he's just like no showing everything. He's not coming to practice. He's not. It's just I don't know. And he didn't look very involved in the offense. Tannehill looks older. I think, Father Time has, is catching up to him. Yeah, I mean, how long until we turn to, Will Levis there? Because I know they passed on the Malik Willis era. Came and went really fast.
Anyway, to me, that was just it made no sense. But
yeah, I just listen. If there was a game,
himself is going to eventually get himself in the game.
Yeah,
by week 5, week 6, they'll throw him out there.
That's what I'm thinking. If there was a game for Eckler to miss, though, it's this game. Tennessee is historically very stingy against the run game. So, like you said, Jeff, they're going to light up. He's going to toss the rock everywhere right now. But it's. Now we're coming to a game that's just it's going to be brutal. Like, I mean, one team was really bad last week. The other one came out with the W. Chicago comes down to Tampa to see Baker. Does Baker start doing State Farm commercials from Tampa now? Like, how's that work?
I like Baker, man. I saw him last week while I was watching a lot of that game, and I don't know. Maybe he's back. I don't know if he's ever here, but he's definitely back from something. I reserve the right to change my pick with the Bears. I reserve the right to change that. Maybe they're not good. I will find. I'll after today's game. If like I said, I reserve the right to change my NFC pick. It's not gonna be the Bears. Maybe. I'll see today, but I want to let you know. I will change that pick if I have to. They sucked last week. I mean, they sucked. And we'll see today how it goes. But I don't know. I'm going to watch Baker. And if Baker looks good, because he looked comfortable with those guys, I don't know. I kind of like Baker right now. I said he sucked last week. I said the Bears were good. And now today, I changed it. I think Baker's pretty good. I think the Bears suck.
No, you're not wrong. I mean, after what we saw, the Bears to me are the type of team where it's just the wheels could fall off there real fast. Like it could just be, we think they're going to be good. They have all the potential in the world, but it just might not translate. You already saw crap this week with Chase Claypool about how he wasn't running and he wasn't involved. He's active today. They're going to give him another shot to see how that works. But Justin Fields needs to be better. I mean, the biggest talk of the offseason.
He needs to throw, man. He needs to throw. Everyone knows he has legs. Got to throw.
Yeah, he's got to throw. It's not college anymore. He's got to throw the ball. And Baker looked good. I mean, he looked like apparently, according to Rachaad White, Baker knew what Minnesota's defense was doing, and that helped him. I mean, if that's true, that's a great pickup. Like if you're out there picking up defensive schemes while you're calling plays, I mean, all more power to you. But to me, Tampa didn't downgrade that much at quarterback this year. And I'm saying the last year of Tom Brady's career, what time? Baker could do it. I mean, it's not that crazy to say Baker can't at least replicate the production of a 40-plus-year-old Tom Brady.
I mean, just to chime in, right? Would it be safe to say, though, that this is the best weapons that Baker's ever had in his career?
Probably.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think it's even close.
So, I mean, like, I don't think he's ever had anyone on the caliber of Mike Evans. Forget about Godwin. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, his running back, White, didn't look great last week. He's going to have to kind of bounce it back. But yeah, I mean, Jeff, last week we said it that like, how long until we see Kyle Trask? He showed us a lot last week. I think he really rallied.
And I want to see Trask play eventually, but no, like I said, I swapped my picks. I went Bears here and I went Baker here. So now I think Baker's good and I think the Bears suck. But I can change it at the end of this game though, so I can, it's something I can do. And
I'll give you.
I will use it.
Listen, it's nice to be the boss. You can just change as it goes.
Whenever I want, whenever I want.
Absolutely, and
I can edit this out if I want.
You said you just said how quick do we see Kyle Trask? I'll give you a better one. If Rashad White doesn't get it done, how quick do we see Leonard Fournette back off the couch back in a Tampa Bay uniform?
I don't know about but for me, that would make sense if they thought they had a shot at actually competing.
I hope
you know what
I'm saying? They go out and win today. They're 2-0. I mean, you got it. You got to start thinking about it.
I hope they have a big day, though.
I get it. Well, I mean, another team that is hoping for a big day. The band is back together in Jacksonville. Travis Kelce expected to play, so we know that at least somebody is going to be capable of catching a pass from Patrick Mahomes.
He was reported to have a bone bruise, which is good if you're dating Taylor Swift. That's a good injury to have. That means you're doing work, you're doing good. Bruised bone, man.
Can't wait to hear the new Taylor Swift album where it's all about how he's not as good as Gronk.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
dear Travis,
exactly. So now these guys have played. I believe they played twice last year. KC came out gunning both times. I think this is a very different Jacksonville team. I hate Jacksonville. They're in my division, obviously the Colts division. They showed me a lot, but they didn't show me enough. They should have handled that game last week against the Colts a lot better than they should have. At no point should they have been trailing in that game. The talent difference on the team was pretty substantial. I am intrigued to see what they're going to do in KC, because if I'm Jacksonville, I'm putting 5 guys on Kelce and say, again, throw it to the rest of them. They can't catch it anyway.
Kansas City and Jacksonville. We don't give betting advice here, but I'm telling you to take the over in this game because it's going to be a shootout. We are going to see a shootout on this field today. Mahomes has his number one weapon back. I mean, he got through last year, which it was Travis Kelce and everybody else. Tell me about Juju, what Juju did last year. Juju can't even get on the field for the Patriots this year. Kelce makes all the difference, and you're going to see a much better offense from Kansas City today. I think you're going to see Jerick McKinnon involved a lot more than one catch for 2 yards also. Jacksonville, they were the darling of the AFC last year. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, watching them last year, watching what they did, Trevor Lawrence, it's going to be a great game. This, to me, is going to be one of the classic AFC battles for the next few years.
No, it's going to be a good game to watch.
I think it's going to be a very good game. But now to comment, I'm going to put it back up on the screen. Okay. So, Pete saying
I like that. I agree with that.
So my question to you guys is now this. If the Chiefs go 0-2, right?
Panic mode.
Is it panic mode in Kansas City?
No,
absolutely.
No. Because I'll explain to you. So every year, if anyone who knows this, every year Super Bowl champs always come out slow, especially the Chiefs. They always do it. I think the Jaguars have circled this since the schedules came out. This is a game they want to prove themselves. They know that they're good. They want to prove that they're good, and this is how they're going to do it. This is the game. Chiefs are probably the best team in the league, as usual, and it's hard to get yourself up to, route a team when you know you're already the best. You have nothing to do. Jaguars have something to prove. That's why I think the Jaguars are gonna just manhandle. I mean, not manhandle, but they're gonna win. They're gonna win. They're gonna throw the ball around. Trevor Lawrence is gonna get himself in the MVP name after this week. You'll see him. Etienne's very good. You have Ridley. They're gonna be a good team. They're winning. They're winning outright.
They are a good team, and I will not knock Jacksonville in any way, but Kansas City's winning this game. Because you know what? One name we haven't mentioned, Chris Jones is back today. He got his contract. He got his union. I think he can. If he's going out on that field, he's kept himself in shape. Andy Reid isn't going to rush him out there week 2 just to say,
it was probably his contract. It was probably his contract. I'm playing right away.
Week 1. No, Chris Jones is going to be ready to go out there. That's going to make a difference for them on defense. I think we're going to see possibly we're going to be talking about this as the game of the day is going to be Kansas City.
It's definitely going to be. It's going to be the game to watch. That's for sure. I'm
on Kansas City in this one.
Well, I mean, we're going to get into our picks, but we got some bills to pay. As always, we want to thank all of our sponsors, including the great JR Apparel, which is owned by two of our partners, both Jeff and Ray Smarsh. So, Jeff, take it away.
Yeah, we got shirts, man, and I started thinking about some other shirts to do. The mind is going, the mind is racing. We still have the Eagles, the Steelers with Kenny Pickett. We have the Bills Mafia. We have we got to take the Aaron Rodgers off the shelf. Maybe Danny Dimes. I know we have redone. That'll be debuted whenever he decides to play well. I'm not going to put it out there while he's playing like shit. So it's up to Danny if he wants to get his shirt on sale. He's gonna have to step up. Sauce Gardner we have some Jet stuff. Right now I have my mind going. So Packers, Dolphins, Chiefs, Raiders. You're on the clock. So I will have something very soon. And you can go to jrapparelshop.com. We have everything there. Hoodies, t-shirts, we got everything. If you like it, then buy it, Pete. The fuck, bro. So they're all gonna be on sale. We're gonna try and work out some promo codes, things like that, so we can get some more discounts. We can have people help us, affiliations, things like that. If you're interested in having an affiliation with us, reach out to either myself or Ray, and we'll set it all up. But yeah.
And just listen, just to piggyback off of that, guys. If you enjoy what you're seeing, just know that there's a lot of work, time, effort, money put into this to make sure that we give you the best possible things. So supporting companies like JR Apparel, as well as any of our other sponsors, goes in term to helping us, because those companies do help us. And
we have Fight Up shirts available too.
Yeah, we want to continue
all that stuff.
Help us keep the lights on. That's all. That's all I'm asking. But Billy, it has come time, buddy. It is that time. I heard a lot of it Monday. I heard a lot of it Tuesday. There's a lot of panic in the air, and it is time for this week's episode of Press the Button.
Push the button.
Push the button.
I mean, it's the NFL. Where do you find more overreactions and more ridiculous predictions than the NFL, especially week 1? And the first one we're going to give it to the Tua. Tua, the MVP's locked up. But we don't even need to play the next 17 weeks. Tua's got it. 466 yards, 3 touchdowns, 110 passer rating. Who's going to beat him? I mean, it's his. We should just give it to him now and not even wait till the offseason, because he's Tua. He's got his own Anon, for Christ's sake. Give him the MVP.
Expect us.
Staying in the AFC East, the Buffalo Bills, the last place Buffalo Bills. Let's just leave them there. That's where they're going to finish the year. Mac Jones is going to outplay Josh Allen. How about that? Leave the Bills in last place. They're not leaving last place. They're going to suck all year. And that's just the way it is, because Josh Allen goes out there, like Jeff said. He was the Bills' best punter last week because he gives you great field position. He's going to get himself killed because he runs down the field like he's built like a middle linebacker. So let's just lock the Bills in last place now and get it over with.
And Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen were kind of going at each other a little bit.
They hate each other. Ask anyone. Go on the X and ask anyone. They hate each other.
Yep.
Speaking of hate, the Cincinnati Bengals. Did Joe Cool melt down? Are they regretting the contract already after he was the 32nd ranked passer in the NFL last week, throwing for 82 yards? Joe, what were you doing? That haircut can't fit your arm, dude. Get it together. Like, are you worse than CJ Stroud and Bryce Young? It looks that way right now. I mean, oh my God, Joe Burrow, you've melted on us, Joe Cool. You're done. And then it's gonna hit home here, guys. We gotta fire Brian Dable, don't we? Don't we just gotta get rid of him now? He lost the game. He was out coached. Oh my God! Everything he did, Coach of the Year, he should have to give the trophy back. Brian Dable has lost it. The magic in New York is gone because the Giants lost one game in a monsoon. They played terrible. They should get rid of Brian Dable. He shouldn't have even been on the plane to Arizona today. Get rid of him.
He was partying the night before a 6-year-old's birthday party.
You're right. There we go. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, we're gonna find out he's out with Urban Meyer in the bars in Ohio State.
Or Deshaun Watson.
Now you had to go there. You had to go there.
Jesus.
Speaking of quarterbacks, we found the next great Packers quarterback. Jordan Love has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. They went from Favre to Rodgers, and now Rodgers to Love. Jordan Love went out there, threw for 245, threw for 3 touchdowns, and did it without his top 2 receivers. Watson and Dobbs out. Probably both out today, along with Aaron Jones. Let's see Jordan Love carry the Packers to the promised land and do what Aaron Rodgers couldn't do and win multiple Super Bowls in Green Bay.
Jesus.
Beautiful.
I mean, overreaction much?
I don't know, but in the background,
It's
sounds
the
like
NFL. How do we not? Vinny's overreacting with us.
Vinny did not like your takes on a couple of these things over here. Okay. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, let's head to Dallas. We're gonna head to Dallas right now, okay? And this is a game that has trap written all over it. Okay, we have the New York Jets led by the illustrious MILF hunter, Zach Wilson, okay, going to Dallas to take on the greatest defense since the 85 Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. So, I mean, listen, which one is going to show up? You know, this is a tale of two tapes. You know, obviously, Prescott had all of the pressure taken off of him last week because they were up 26-0 at half. He didn't play the whole fourth quarter. You know, I mean, do they have the same kind of effect on this Jets offense that they did on the Giants offense last week?
I don't know, man. This is tough because it's Zach Wilson. I mean, this is his time to show that he learned something from Aaron Rodgers, that he didn't just want to take the salary for free, just sit on the bench all year. So this is his chance to try and figure it out. And one thing about Aaron Rodgers that's out there, and I'm very curious about, is his surgery. This is going to go one of two ways. From what they're saying, he can come back about mid-January off Achilles surgery. So I think one of two things can happen. He's going to come back in mid-January, help them with the playoff push, go. Or he's never going to walk again. So these are the two options. That it's some new surgery that they're doing with the Achilles. He did it. Now we just got to sit back and wait. But being 40 and come back from Achilles surgery, man, that's not easy.
I mean, listen, he was on the my favorite talk show. He was on the Pat McAfee show, and he's basically saying, like, okay, doubt me. He's gonna listen. He's gonna listen to the Dolphins cackle because that's he said it helps his rehabilitation and all of his these great things. Like, listen, he's like the ghost whisperer with all of these rehab things. I'm rooting for him. It sucks because he was my quarterback in fantasy, and watching that.
And I want to look. I want Aaron Rodgers to be on the Jets. Like, I don't want to hear any fucking excuses from Jet fans of why they suck. I don't want to hear it anymore. Like I want him to be. I didn't want him to get hurt. I want him to stay healthy. I wanted to see how they were going to do, and that was it. But now you have Zach Wilson. So I mean, but Zach Wilson has a lot more weapons in it this year. His offense is better. The defense is for real. It's just sick what they do on defense. So they're going to have a strong defense. They have a better offense this year overall. So if Zach Wilson can't really figure it out this year, then there's just no use. I don't care who he sits behind. He's just got nobody.
No, I get it, but I can also say the same thing on the other side, right? You lose. Oh God, I'm drawing a blank right now. Secondary wide receiver for the Cowboys from last year. What the hell was his name? Who's not there anymore? No, not Cooper Rush. No, wide receiver.
Oh, wide receiver.
Who? Gallup. You lose Michael Gallup. You replace him with Brandon Cooks. Upgrade. You lose Dalton Schultz. It seems to be that like the Dallas is like a tight end factory, right? You get rid of Zeke and you make it that it is the Tony Pollard show. I feel that the offense for the Dallas Cowboys is better this year. Okay. And I think that getting rid of Kellen Moore, okay, and going to a more run-centric offense is going to really play out for the Dallas Cowboys. Cooks is Cooks is out today.
All right, gotta change my lineup.
All right, so Cooks is out today. So there goes everything I just said. So, but listen, I mean, here's my thing.
Moving forward,
Cooks is Cook. Yeah, but moving in general. Listen, I don't know. I mean, I know Robert Saleh came out and said that Wilson is light years ahead of where he was last year, and I think a lot of that is a test to sitting and learning from Aaron Rodgers, and I'm sure that he's going to be in his ear, kind of coaching him through the game as well. Let's see what the kid does. I mean, he didn't look terrible last week. He did. I mean, let's go. He didn't make all the throws, but he didn't look terrible, and he's got a great target in Garrett Wilson. Like the kid is unbelievable. He insanely acrobatic. So I
don't know who to use today.
I don't know. But let's go from one winning NFL franchise in the state of New York, New Jersey, to another one who got their doors blown off last week. You got the New York Giants traveling cross country to the Arizona Cardinals. Guys, Danny Dimes or what's it going to be this week?
I mean, you got to keep it short and sweet. The Giants went out. Every aspect was wrong last week. How do you respond? We saw everything last year with the New York Giants go right. They could do no wrong last year. They did a big wrong last week. How do you respond to the adversity? That's what's going to show us what this Giant team is. And there's not much more to say than that.
Yeah, I mean, it's another get-right game for the Giants. I used it with the Bills earlier. This is one for the Giants. They can't lose this. They're playing a team that is literally tanking. They're doing everything they can to fucking tank. You cannot lose this game. Danny Jones has to – you got to move the ball around. You got to get better with that. Barkley needs to be just mowing these guys down. This is such – I don't know, man. If the Giants don't win this game, you just blow the whole goddamn thing up. You can't lose to a team like the Cardinals, who's trying to lose, and if they beat you, that's embarrassing. Josh Dobbs is their quarterback? Is that who it is?
Yeah. So I got a question. I got a question for you guys on this game. Last week after the game, Micah Parsons comes out and said that Dable did Danny Dimes dirty by leaving him in that game. If you guys, do you guys think that he should have been there?
No, I agree, but I also think he had a reason. I have not seen Brian Dable in his year plus with the Giants not have a reason for the things he does. And we're not all always going to agree with everything. I don't agree with what he did at all, but there had to be a reason that he did it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, and real quick, it's funny because like both of these games correspond with each other. I've been hearing a lot of talks that the New York Jets should be reaching out to said Arizona Cardinals about possibly trying to trade for Kyler Murray.
That's all dependent on Rodgers, I think. I think they're probably going to wait it out.
They can't. The biggest reason they can't do it is salary cap, because Rodgers' salary for next year, as of right now, is on the books, and they'd be on the books next year for $75 million in quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think they have 25. I think they have $25 million available right now to make a move, but it is what it is. Let's head down to one of the more impressive teams last week. Actually, both teams are super impressive. We have a division game, the NFC West. San Francisco heads down to sunny Los Angeles in SoFi Stadium, takes on the Rams. This 49ers team is sick. It really is. I mean, they might be the most well-rounded team in the NFL.
Great coaching too.
Brock Purdy. I heard this quote the other day, and after looking at it, there's a lot of merit to it. Brock Purdy is the second best quarterback in the NFC right now.
NFC sucks, by the way.
It does, but it has some good quarterbacks in it. It does. I would only put Jalen Hurts above Brock Purdy right now.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
it. There.
It's hard to argue that. I mean, you really can't. I mean, you look at the results. He reminds me, honestly, of the young Jimmy Garoppolo. It wasn't always pretty. You're never looking at him, but he knows he wins. He goes out there and wins. And people sometimes forget that's what the NFL is about. That's what any professional sport is about. It's winning. And that's what Garoppolo did for years. And that's what Brock Purdy's doing now. Shanahan brings in these quarterbacks, and they
He's
win.
Such a good coach.
They know how to win. Jeff, I could not agree more that he does
Shanahan system, man.
He doesn't get the respect.
And I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first time I could be wrong, but I believe that this is the first time in NFL history it is a matchup of a number one overall pick versus a Mr. Irrelevant.
It is. Yeah, it is the first time. I've seen it I've seen that all over this week. I didn't realize it till I saw it, but
I mean it goes to show you, like, being the last pick in the draft and you're the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, who are the odds-on favorite to come out of the NFC to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Listen, it's system quarterback.
I'm really wrong, Pete. I'm really wrong.
Oh my God! Except for going bowling today. But
I'm not bowling.
Well,
he's going spectating.
Yeah. Sorry, Christina.
I'm networking. I'm going to another state, and I'm promoting a lot of things. I'm networking.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Right.
Yeah,
that's what we're calling it these days.
Gotcha. All right. Let's head over to the Mile High. They had a big day.
This will be a quick one. We don't have to do much on this one.
This is not going to be.
Game sucks. Pick the under. Game over.
And listen, I think that the Washington Commanders are going to be in a lot worse position this week than they were last week. They're not going to have as many short fields. They're gonna have to work. Denver's defense a lot better.
And the Commanders' defense is way better without Chase Young in it, and he's coming back.
Yeah, which is crazy to think, because the kid's like a human wrecking ball. But
he sucks. He's more effective on the sideline with his short shorts and a towel around his neck.
It's crazy.
I'll give you the spoiler. The best game in the state of Colorado was played last night.
Yeah, and the easy and for again, not gambling advice, the easiest gambling pick in the history of mankind was Colorado State getting 30 points.
Oh, wild. Yeah, that's a lot of points.
That's wild. Anyway, let's go into the Sunday night game. Carrie Underwood is going to lead us into beautiful New England.
This might be a bad pick, but I personally think I need Faith Hill back. I don't like this Carrie Underwood. It doesn't get the juices flowing. I don't get pumped up enough. Bring back Faith Hill, and that's it.
I mean, a man with Tuanon under his name is talking about getting his juices flowing. I'm going to leave that at that at this point. I mean,
no, true. I like to get pumped up during Sunday night, even if it's not my team. And Carrie Underwood just doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it.
He'd probably rather Dan Marino in a pair of stilettos.
Faith Hill. Faith Hill. I think she had the best Sunday night intro song like ever. Like same song, different version. But Faith Hill was way better.
The one thing I will always say about the Sunday Night Football theme, Faith Hill's leather pants should be in the NFL Hall of Fame. They should have been sent to Canton. God,
she was the best.
Amen. But Jeff, this is Miami's game. This is a game that Miami, for them to be considered on that next level of NFL teams, they got to go out there and beat up a team that's not good. The Patriots are not a good team. I'm tired of the aura and the mystique of Bill Belichick just being good enough, because it's not. And Miami's got to show that tonight.
Here's a nice little stat for you. Tua 4-0 against Bill Belichick and the Patriots. 4-0. Can't beat. Belichick cannot figure out a way.
Angelo, I know this is you, and I can't agree with you more.
That's fine. You guys can bet all you want. You're just going to lose money. I don't give a shit.
I'm not betting anything, but
lose money.
I'm with Jeff on this one. I got to be honest.
This is all Dolphins all day. Mac Jones is not good.
This is what
they
have
Juju
about Colorado yesterday.
Juju's literally, a doctor said his knee can explode at any time.
Yeah, but
his knee can explode at any time. That's what the doctor said.
But Jeff, the funny thing is, they're not even playing him. He's like the fourth wide receiver on their depth chart right now. He's not even. He's in year one of what, a 3-year contract, and he's not even playing in year one.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you right now, it's Dolphins all the way. New England can't stop that offense. No one can stop that offense, I don't think. I think Miami's offense is the best in football. I think because you have to worry about 5 fast guys. You have to worry about Tyreek Hill. Then you got to worry about Jalen Waddle. Then you got to worry about Berrios. Then you got to worry about Mostert. Then you got to worry about it's just the names just go on, and they're all running like 4.5 40s and under. Like it's the fastest team you've ever seen, and it's just as long as you have Tua healthy, it's their division to win.
Well, I mean, this is a very true
statement.
Doesn't matter who's better. It's who they tell you is going to win.
All Miami all day.
And this Angelo. I mean, this is exactly the thing, right? You're spot on with everything, right? Why are they only minus 2 points? Something doesn't. It's one of two things, and we said it last week.
Because everyone still has this aura, at least this thing that it's hard to play in New England. Dude, without Brady,
we said the same thing last week. Like, with the Cleveland Browns, like there's games that it's either Vegas knows something or they're about to pull their pants down and give us a ton of money, right? And as usual, it's Vegas knew something. They have a history. Vegas doesn't lose. There's a reason. The writing is on the wall. They are begging you right now to take the Miami Dolphins -2.
You know who else doesn't lose? Tua against Bill Belichick. That's who doesn't lose. 4-0. 4-0.
Oh my God, this is so true. I mean, who? I think it was Angelo again. Colorado had their own section on FanDuel.
Yep.
Like they were praying, like they were telling you, please, 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 please. Yep. 100%, begging you to take the Dolphins. I'm going to tell you, this is Patriots running away with this game. What's his face? The running back, I think, is gonna have a day.
Yeah, he's so good, you don't even know his name.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, there it is. I see. I knew
Google
his
check.
name.
Google check. Yeah, that's how good they are.
Please. All right, Monday night we got a doubleheader. Usually it's week 1. But now they made it to week 2. It's a doubleheader on Monday night. New Orleans goes to Carolina. I mean, there's not much to say about this game, guys. It's gonna be a quick one hitter. Bryce Young was impressive last week. I'm gonna say that he did look really, really good. I mean, it was against Atlanta, but whatever. Hayden Hurst should be arrested for throwing his first touchdown pass into the crowd. He pulled a Pete Alonso.
That was pretty funny though.
Yeah, but the best part of it all was, did you see Bryce Young's face as he's walking off the field, watching his first touchdown pass launched into the?
Man.
It was just stone. He's like,
got complete to somebody else in the.
Yeah, that's it. Well, they always say a rookie's favorite target is the big.
I do like
right?
the Kadarius Toney right there. Kadarius Toney touchdown today. I think just off topic, but yeah, no big. I think he's going to have a big comeback week. Big comeback week.
He has no choice.
Yeah.
He has no choice.
Well, it can't get any fucking worse. So
it's really. I mean, Billy. I mean, anything that you saw on the New Orleans side, as far as that jumped out from you with Derek Carr?
Jumped out, no, but I think New Orleans is a team that's going to get better as the season goes on. I think Michael Thomas stays on the field. They're not a bad team, and they're not a team that you really don't think of. And I think I can't see New Orleans losing this game. I just can't.
I get it. The other game, we're going to head to Pittsburgh, the 1-0 Cleveland Browns versus the 0-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, another line that doesn't make any sense to me. Cleveland looked, pretty good. Pittsburgh looked really, really bad, and Cleveland's only -1. Doesn't make any sense. But
no, it just doesn't make any sense. But the last 20 years, Pittsburgh is winning in matchups 32-7-1. But the difference is, this is Kenny Pickett.
Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger.
Right. This
versus
is Kenny Pickett. It's a whole new thing. This doesn't seem like the old Browns. Like last week I said, the Browns are going to Brown. They play pretty good against Cincy, and they always get themselves up to play division rivals like that. So the line scares me a bit with this one. But I feel like it'll be close. But but that's I don't know. This is tough. It's like I said, the Steelers own them, but it's a different Steelers team. It's a different Browns team. So I don't know. This is going to be a decent game.
Billy, you and I keep clicking the thing at the same time. No Amari Cooper. So that actually, that does make it.
This just in. The Jets don't plan to contact Phillip Rivers or Big Ben, so they're ruling out all veteran quarterbacks. They're just going to stick with the one that's in a wheelchair right now.
Yep. All right, listen, It is what it is. Go with what got you there, right?
Yeah.
Well, now it's time for our weekly picks. So let's highlight last week. Not too good for Billy and I. Went 6-9. Ray and Jeff went 9-6. So let's run it down really quickly.
No, we went 8-7.
8-7. All right, I gave you an extra game. Go with it. Green Bay and Atlanta. Ray and myself are on the Falcons. Billy and Jeff taking Green Bay. Raiders, Bills. We are all on the Bills. That means bet the Raiders. Baltimore and Cincinnati were split again. Jeff, Ray and myself on the Bengals. Billy and Jeff on the Bengals. The Ravens. Excuse me. Seahawks, Lions. I am the only one jumping on the Geno Smith bandwagon. We got Chargers, Tennessee. Billy, you're on the island by yourself with the Tennessee Titans over there, buddy. Ray and I it seems to be that Ray and I agree a lot this week. That doesn't bode well for me or him. We're both on the Bears.
Actually, very much out of the ordinary because you guys argue more than a married couple.
Yeah, I know.
No, actually, Joe, that is incorrect. I did have the Chargers. I'm looking at my picks right here. So I think we are across the board on the Chargers.
Are you? Then maybe I made a mistake. All right, I'll change that. Everyone but Jeff is on the Chiefs. We're split on the Colts-Houston game. Everyone on the Niners. Again, I am on the Cardinals versus the Giants. Jeff, you're on the island again with the Jets. Denver, split on that. Saints all the way. And then Cleveland, 3 out of 4. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Pete wants to put his picks in. He's giving us Jacks, Buffalo, Atlanta, and the Bears. Let's go into our
I was so up and down with the Bears. I wasn't even sure. That was one that I really was thinking about.
So this is our 4-team parlay of the week. We went 2-4 last week. Tyler Lockett getting knocked out in the first quarter hurt us, and I forgot who Ray took. I know his pick didn't hit either.
Yeah, this one we got Billy's got James Cook.
I like that.
Ray has Gabe Davis. I have T. Higgins. And Joe, you have what? Damian Pierce, right?
Damian Pierce over 59.5. A couple other ones that I saw out there that I really like. Breece Hall over 30 yards rushing. I think the Jets need to get the rush attack to counter that defense for Dallas. And then the other one was actually James Cook. Oh, I got to go this way. James Cook over 50 yards. I think James Cook is set for a big day on the ground today. It really is.
Hopefully he gets a touch.
Yeah. No, I get it. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up week 2. Before we go, as per usual, bold statement of the day. What is it, Jeff?
Come back to me.
Come back to you?
Yeah.
Billy, bold statement of the day.
Anthony Richardson's going to have a game in Houston, and we're really going to be talking about this kid a lot going forward.
Okay. You still need some time?
I'm going to go I'm going to I hate saying this. I think Zach Wilson goes over 200 yards and gets a win against Dallas. No. Scratch that. He's going to go over 200 yards. I don't know if they're going to win.
Okay. Mine's going to be very simple. The New England Patriots, the Arizona Cardinals, and where was my third one? Bum, bum, bum. The Pittsburgh Steelers all went outright.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't have any. I don't know.
I think the Giants are 0-2 when we start the show on. Actually, they're going to be 0-3 by the time we do the show on Sunday because they play San Francisco on Thursday. The Giants will be 0-3, and then they'll really talk about firing Dable.
You better hope not. No, they're not going to fire him.
I know that. We're overreacting. It's a bold take. But for myself, the member of the Two and On, the prodigal son, and the ever so present Ray Smarsh, we thank you for joining us for week 2 here at the
fucking jam, man. Like he's just such a dick. Like you can't like not help yourself. You have to do it. Like
because he does it in the chat. He does it in the chat. I got to do it in the show.
Yeah, that's what the chat's private. It's more fun. Whatever. It's funny.
Ray knows I love him. Thank you. Join us for the tailgate week 2. We look forward to seeing you week 3. If anyone wants to be a special guest on the show, please reach out to us. Next week, we're going to all be from remote locations. Some bowling alleys. Not
in the studio like we are right now.
Yeah, not in a staged location like we are now. But thanks for joining us, guys. We enjoy NFL week 2, and we're out.